Okay, so this is the tutorial on the disk method. I put the equation here. It's the integral of pi r disk squared dx or dy, depending on whether you're working with dx or dy. And like I said in the earlier tutorial, you use this when the strip sits on the rotating axis and when the strip is perpendicular to the rotating axis. It has to have these two conditions in order to use the disk method. So here are the steps for the disk method. You find the boundaries. If they're already given, you can skip this step. Usually for disk method, they're given, but I just like writing find boundaries. But they're usually given, so if they're given, you can skip this step. Number 2, the second step is draw the strip and then find r disk. I'm going to explain what r disk is in a second. But the equation for r disk, when you use a vertical strip, the equation for r disk is y top minus y bottom. This is the equation for r disk when you use a vertical strip, y top minus y bottom. When you use a horizontal strip, the equation for r disk is x right minus x left. After we find our disk, we're going to square it, and we're going to find r disk squared because the equation for it is r disk squared, so we have to find r disk squared. And then the fourth step, we're going to set up the integral, then the fifth step, we're going to solve the integral. Alright, so let's find the volume obtained by rotating the region under the graph y equals negative x squared plus 4 about the x-axis over the interval 0 to 3. So the boundary is given, so we definitely don't have to find that. So with our steps, we can go straight to step 2. We can go, the boundaries are given, we can skip that step. We can go straight to step 2, which is draw the strip and then find our disk. So the equation is y equals negative x squared plus 4x. It's y equals something about x. So let's use our vertical strip. Let me draw that. So this is our rotating axis, the x-axis, and then this is the strip. As you can see, the strip sits on the thing, which is, you know, why it's disk. The strip sits on the rotating axis, which is why it's disk. So, oh, I forgot to write the equation of the, like I said in the red, y equals negative x squared plus 4x. That's the red. That's this one. And then this one, I can write this too. This is the x-axis, but the x-axis is y equals 0. For all of the points on the x-axis, y will always be 0. So the x-axis, it's about the x-axis, but it's really y equals 0. So our disk, when we use a vertical strip, and like you can see here, we used a vertical strip. When you use a vertical strip, this is the equation for our disk. It's y top minus y bottom. I'm sure you guys remember the y top minus y bottom stuff from finding the area. So here, the equation that touches the top of the strip, which is y top, equals negative x squared plus 4x. Y bottom is the equation that touches the bottom of the strip, and clearly you can see that that's 0. So y bottom equals 0. So here, where's my black marker? Here, our disk, which since we're using the vertical strip, equals y top minus y bottom, which is negative x squared plus 4x minus 0. That's what our disk equals. Which really equals negative x squared plus 4x. because it's minus 0. So this is what our disk. So this is what our disk equals. You know, it's minus 0, so I just put it that this is what our disk equals. So now that we found our disk, we can move on to step 3. Okay, so now we're ready to do step 3, which is find our disk squared. This is pretty much algebra stuff. So this is our disk. We already established that. Negative x squared plus 4x. So our disk squared would be negative x squared plus 4x squared. When you do negative x plus 4x squared, it would be this. Negative x plus 4x times itself, which is negative x plus 4x. Then when you FOIL it out, you get this. X to the 4th minus 8x to the 3rd plus 16x squared. So our disk squared equals x to the 4th minus 8x to the 3rd plus 16x squared. Now we can go to step 4. We can set up the integral. This is the equation for disk. I put dx because we're working in terms of x. So it's pi r disk squared dx. So the boundaries were given to us in the question, like I said earlier. So it's from 0 to 3. So for boundaries, I'm going to put 0, and then I'm going to put 3. We also already established that our disk squared equals this. Like we already said, equals this, so I'm just going to write it again. It equals x to the 4th minus 8x to the 3rd plus 16x squared. So to set up the integral, let's set this whole thing up from 0 to 3 pi, then we can plug in our disk squared. X to the 4th minus 8x to the 3rd plus 16x squared dx. If you're asked to just set up the integral, you can stop here, but if you're asked to set up the integral and then evaluate it, then we can go on to step 5. So yeah, step 5, we basically just solve this integral. When you solve the integral, you're going to get this. Pi times x to the 5th over 5 minus 8x to the 4th over 4. Well, you can simplify this to 2x to the 4th if you want to. And then plus 16x cubed over 3 at 3 and at 0. And when you evaluate this whole thing, you get 153 pi over 5, and this is the final answer.